Hello everyone, welcome back to See It, and I'm Franco here. Today we are going to discuss about the listening session which we haven't dealt, and I understand that my followers are eagerly waiting to hear the listening tips and techniques because I was getting emails and messages saying that could you please start the listening sessions and even the writing too, because they are now well familiar with all the techniques which I gave for reading and which is working for them. So, and I'm really sorry it took a bit of time for me to come back to you guys with this listening session. So, don't worry, the confusions in regards to the listening will be over today once you completely listen to my the whole session. All right. In the listening session, we're going to first deal about what is the listening session, what is its importance, all right, and secondly we're going to talk about what are the different parts, okay, and thirdly we're going to discuss about how do you manage the question paper when it is given to you, and next we're going to talk about how do you get prepared for each questions when the time is given for you to read before listen to the audio clip. All right, to get started, so we're going to talk about initially about the whole listening session. It's important. See, when you talk about the OET grade scores, listening is very important because you have to manage getting a balanced score in each of the modules. And listening, people think that it's very easy. It is easy, but you have to make sure that you follow the right pathway or right way of doing the things. And during the whole practice sessions, make sure that you follow the entire techniques I'm going to tell you guys, so which would definitely help you guys to balance your score to the required level to fly to your dream destinations. All right. Okay. So in the listening sessions, we have three different parts: part A, B, and part C. Okay. And part A is divided into two different extract 1 and 2. Part B is a set of 6 questions, and part C is again subdivided into two different extract 1 and extract 2. And regarding number of questions, in part A you have got 24 in total, and in that I have already told you it has got two different extract 1 has got 12 questions and extract 2 has got the remaining 12 questions, which is a total of 24 questions of completion or fill in the blanks questions in a part. All right, I hope you got clear about that. Okay, so moving to part B is a set of 6 questions I just told you, which are all the multiple choice questions, and each question has got 3 options. And moving on to part C, which has got again 2 different extract, and each extract has got 6 number of multiple choice questions, and each question has got like 3 options. So this is all about the number of questions and about the parts. Okay, and next, so how are you going to deal about the question booklet? So we understand that the question booklet, when it is given to you, which will be like a sealed set of like a sealed booklet. Okay, so there is a point when you can open the booklet. So as soon as you open the booklet, make sure that you don't, so while you open, you will be listening to the instructions at the background. So make sure that as soon as you open the booklet, never waste your time listening to those instructions, which will be the same for the all different audios of listening that you listen to. So don't waste your time with that. So try to cover as much as questions you can. So read from question number 1 of a part and try to finish 2, 3, 4, and see, you will be able to finish with your experience. So as you get practiced, you will be able to cover at least half of the extract 2. Okay, and as a beginner, if you are a beginner with OET listening, don't worry that I'm telling that okay, you are able to finish half of extract 2 in the initial instructions. You will reach to that level with your experience and your skill. If you are a beginner, don't get stressed listening to that you are able to finish half of extract 2 in the very first instructions. So you'll reach to that level with your continuous practice. So if you're a beginner, if you're able to finish only 5 or 6 of a part, which is extract 1, don't worry, okay? The next day when you get practice, or wait, the next day when you practice, try to finish 1 or 2 more questions, and the very next day try to finish 2 more questions, and the following day try to finish, okay, another 2 more questions. So as the day increases, okay, try to increase at least 1 or 2 questions to your reading of, or when you get prepared for the initial instructions reading. And the next thing is we are going to talk about how do you deal the question paper. So the question paper will be given to you, which will be sealed, okay, and there is a point that you can actually open the booklet. So when you open, you will be listening to some of the instructions at the background, but don't waste your time listening to those instructions, which will be the same for all the video or all the listening audios, okay? So as you open, start reading from question number 1 of extract 1 and try to finish as much as you can, okay? With your skills and experience, if you are continuously practicing and improving your skills, you will be able to finish at least half of extract 2 in the very first time of general instructions. But if you are a beginner, don't get stressed. If you are able to finish only 6 or 7 questions, don't worry. Try to increase the number of questions by at least 1 or 2 as the day progresses in your practice, okay? Second, you can increase to 2, maybe like try to finish 7, 8 or 9 questions, and the next day try to finish 10 questions, and the following day 11 or 12, and the next day another 2 more questions. So that's how you reached to half of the extract 2 in the very first general instructions time, okay? So if you are reading that, or if you have reached half of extract 2 and you are listening to the instructions that they're going to start extract 1 of a part, please look at those questions. So you go back to those questions, read that again, which you have just completed, okay, and listen to the audio clip and finish the answers. So as soon as you finish writing the answer for 12th question, don't waste your time. Try to continue read from half of extract 2 of a part. So if you have finished, like we have another 12 questions, if you have finished 6, try to finish the remaining 6 and finish the whole a part, okay? And if you have finished and if you still got time to read, what you guys will do is, okay, go to part B and try reading from those part B questions, okay? And if you are reading, or if you have reached half of the part B and you're listening to the session saying that, okay, they're going to start B part, please look at those questions. If you have reached part B, half of part B, and you're listening to the instructions saying that they're going to start extract 2 of A part, please look at those questions. So you have to go back to part B, extract 2. So try to read those questions again as they ask you to read it. Okay, so read the questions, listen to the audio clip straight after, and finish your answers then on the day itself. So when the A part finishes, there is a long break before the B part begins. So utilizing that time, so make sure you utilize that time to complete the remaining questions of B part and go to part C. In part C, again, we have got 2 different extracts. Start reading the multiple choice questions of extract 1 and try to finish as much as you can. And if you have reached half of extract 1 of C part and you listen to the instruction that they're going to start B part, go back to B part, read the questions again in the time which is given to you, and listen to the instructions, finish the answers then and there itself. Once you finish B part, there is again like a long bit of gap before the beginning of C sections, okay? And utilizing that time, make sure that you finish the extract 1 of C part and try to cover at least a few questions in extract 2 of C part. So if you are reading extract C part questions and you listen to the instructions saying they're going to start extract 1 of C part, please look at those questions. So you come back to the extract 1, read the questions and finish the answers. As soon as you finish the last question's answer, again you get a short gap. So don't waste or don't wait for them to ask you to read. As soon as you finish each questions of every session, try to go to the initial reading and complete. Okay, so within this time you have to finish the whole number of questions in the extract 2 of C part. Okay, this is how you have to manage the question paper when it is given to you during your practice session and even on your examination day. And the next thing is we are going to discuss about how we have to prepare. See, I have told you in the previous sessions regarding how we have to manage the questions and you have to read. So how do you read the questions? We know that in the A part we got 2 extract which is all about the fill in the blanks or the completion. So when you prepare or when you read the questions during the preparation time before you listen to the audio clip, make sure that you do a guesswork. Okay, at least you have to guess what would be the answer that you're going to write there. Okay, for example, if you read a question, pain is described as, which is a type of pain when compared to pain is located at. There you are asked to write the location of a body part where the patient has got a pain. Okay, so at least this kind of, okay, utilize this kind of strategies and make it guesswork. And one more thing I want you guys to do is give attention to the wordings of on either side of the fill in the blanks, so you will never actually miss it. Okay, so try finishing these 2 things or try to cover up these 2 things when you prepare for the whole reading A part of fill in the blanks or completion type questions. Okay, coming to B part, again we got multiple choice questions, and even C part again we got multiple choice questions. So when you deal with the multiple choice question, which is slightly different to the reading multiple choice, because in the reading I request everyone to read only the question at the very first time and you go to the passage, you come back to the options. But in the listening, I request everyone to read the question and even the options given to you before you listen to the audio clip. Because if you don't read the options in listening before you listen to the audio clip, you'll be confused because they discuss each and every option that it is given to you. If you read the options beforehand, you will be able to clearly make out which is the right option or right answer to that given question. That's why I want you guys to finish both the question and even the options before you listen to the audio clip. And this is the same thing that you have to practice for B part and even for C sections. One more thing which I missed, why I want you guys to read each question 2 times is because if you read only once when you are asked to read, you will actually miss it and you will forget, and if in some places if you get lost in between, you won't be able to track where I got lost. So reading each questions 2 times would actually help you to quickly understand where you initially going to, and even when you reach each question you are able to understand the meaning and see. And I don't want you guys to read the questions while you listen to the audio clip. Many people do that. When you read while you listen to the audio clip, you will not listen what the audio says. Your attention will be going to the reading mind. Okay, so make sure that, or when the audio clips are played, just listen to that and only 2 activities. Just listen to that and write your answers. Okay, I don't want anyone to read the questions while you listen to the audio clip. The next thing, how you could actually improve your skills. I want you guys to start listening to the health talks, which last at least 10 to 15 minutes. I don't want anyone taking 30 minutes long health talk and just doing one set of writing to that health talks. Okay, and the health talks are widely available and from YouTube or anywhere you could actually get. It could be kind of like a video presentations or like a discussion part, but even if it is a video presentation, never see the video, put the headphones or earphones in and please listen to that, and as you listen, make sure that you write in a rough page, okay, rough book. Okay, get a first paper and start writing. I want you guys to finish in whole sentences, not just making a kind of lecture note out of it. Okay, and if you are not able to finish in full sentences for the first time, go for the second time. So for the second time, get another fresh page. Okay, try writing it again from the start. And if you are still not able to finish in whole sentences, go for a third time. And if you are still unable to make it for third time, go for fourth time. So some candidates may have to attempt like number of times, could be like 10 or 15 times, but as you get used to, you will be able to finish like in within 1 or 2 attempts in the third week. Okay, so in the beginning, if you actually manipulate the exercises for improving your skills, you will be keep doing 10 to 15 minutes every time. So please make sure that you at least do the tips and techniques in the exact way I have told you guys to do it. All right, so this is the only way you could actually improve your skills in listening, and the materials would just help you to understand your level of scoring. Also want you guys to maintain a score sheet of listening. You don't have to make any kind of the material's name or the session's heading. Just have to put the date. Okay, first column listening, scoring, and then second column reading. That's how you get a confidence. Okay, and you will see the improvement in your scoring as the day progresses. Okay, but you will never see any improvement in the scoring if you don't do any kind of skill polishing, which is very important for listening and even the reading I have told you. Okay, so this is a skill polishing technique. By listening to the health talks, you will be able to see, as you listen to the health talks, you are writing with pencil, so that's also will help you to improve your handwriting when you writing in speed. Okay, and you will never go scribbling on your examination day. I also would like to wind up just giving a few examples from my students' perspectives. Like, I even still have my candidates, they are very good at in their listening scores, and because the only way they could actually reach to that level is just by practicing the skill techniques. And even I had students who were initially listening to those tips and techniques for the skill polishing, like listening to the health talks, and they were able to reach the scoring from 25 to 30 and 35. Then what happened? As they reached 35, they get more confidence, and they said, I didn't have time to listen to the health talks too. So they stopped listening to the health talks, and what happened? Their score came down back 25. I asked them to submit the score sheet every time, every now and then. So I see the scoring which is going down from 35 to down to 25, or somewhere around or just below 30. So I asked them what happened. So they told me, sorry, we didn't have time to practice the health talks too, which is quite, it's like a hard work. See, hard work always pay you, okay, which will never put you down. So what happened? The candidate understood where she went wrong. She again started practicing her skill polishing technique, and which again helped her in bringing her score back to the previous level, to above 30 or 35, and she was able to get all the required grade scores in the very first time. Okay, so I want you guys to start practicing the health talks. Okay, listen to or write to the health talks or health articles, okay, from today onwards at least, if you are not practicing. Okay, so understand that that's the main skill polish technique, and the listening materials would just help you to understand your level of scoring. You require that, but to reach to that level of scoring, you need to do something to polish your skills. All right, thanks for listening to that. Thank you.